That's
Need some
annoying.
WD-40. So I saw something on Facebook, Brad.
Yeah,
Saw you got a dog.
we did.
So if 5 kids wasn't enough, just throw a dog in the mix.
I know.
You
I was
think?
like, why not add some more chaos?
Yeah, I can't see you right here. I mean, because you already have one dog.
Yeah, yeah.
So
We
that-
got a border collie, a very high energy dog.
Yeah, I've been around that dog.
And then we just got a Cavapoo.
A what?
Cavapoo. It's a mix between a Cavalier, Spaniel something and a poodle.
Is that like a kind of a sissy dog?
Yeah.
Whose
I
dog
told
is it?
so Courtney's.
Oh, okay.
And Kelton loves it. Kelton, but I mean it's
Well, it's a puppy.
everybody loves it. It's a cute little
Yeah.
furry puppy right now. Looks like a little teddy bear. I posted on Facebook because we've talked about it for a little bit, and then I thought we would wait longer, but like we kept talking about it, and I was kind of like, I'd rather get one now and like potty train it and get a lot of that hard puppy stuff out of the way before we have the baby. So we decided to do it sooner than later. But yeah, I posted on Facebook asking if anybody knew any breeders because like there's, especially when you get into those kind of puppies.
So you were looking specifically for this kind of dog.
Yeah, well, not necessarily Cavapoo exactly, but we knew we wanted some kind of poo. A poodle type dog that is smaller.
Are they expensive?
And there's like, yeah.
the one you got's expensive?
Stupid. Like, stupid.
How much money are you making, Brad? I mean, dang, son.
Not enough to be buying that kind of dog, but
I mean, good gracious.
I was like, it hurt, but whatever the wife wants. But I wanted another dog too. I like dogs.
So how much are Cavapoos? Like
Ranging.
Yeah, give me a range.
Ranging anywhere from the cheapest one I found online was like a little over $1,000.
Okay.
The most expensive was $17,000.
17,000. That's a big range.
That is a
Brad.
big range, and 95% of them are pretty close to the bottom of that range. We were very close to the bottom of that
Okay.
range. The 17,000 dog has gone through like months of training and is like a perfect little
Like a
dog.
show dog kind of
Yeah.
thing?
Like, I don't know who would ever buy a $70,000 dog. I never thought I would spend over $1,000 on a dog, and I did.
Well,
Which is
the dog that we
crazy,
have, Belle, is a Dachshund, and she's not registered, but she's probably full blooded. You know, both her parents seem to be, but obviously we didn't care. We paid $150
yeah.
for the Dachshund, and this was she's 12 or 13.
You
about
got
to
your
be
money's
13.
worth.
Yeah, and I'm ready. Well, but here's the thing.
You're ready for what?
Yeah, we're ready for her to move on. They're expensive, dude.
Yeah.
Dogs are not cheap. I mean, and the main reason I would say the main reason is expensive for us is because we do travel so much, and
You
a lot
gotta
of the time
board 'em
we
and-
can't take the dog, or it's just hard to take the
Right.
dog, so we got to board the dog. And have you boarded a dog
Never.
recently?
I've never boarded a dog.
Okay,
We
yeah.
always taking ours or leaving with somebody else.
It almost would be cheaper just to get like a Motel 6 and let the dog stay in there
Yeah.
and let housekeeping check on it once a day than to pay for the dang boarding.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Is
stupid.
it like it's like over $100 a night?
No, I'm exaggerating, but it's 35. I have stayed in hotel. It's $35 a night.
Stayed
I've
in
stayed in
hotels cheaper.
hotels that were that much money
Yeah.
in my life.
That's
When
wild.
I was selling insurance, life insurance.
And you probably get the extra charges just like Airbnb. You
Yes,
get
yeah,
some kind of cleaning fee.
yes,
and
that's the
service
30.
fee
Yeah,
and-
we get her washed each time, which they don't require that, but like when she's around all the other
They might as
dogs,
well,
and
yeah.
so and that's like $30. If she has to get a certain shot every year,
To be able to go.
the Bordetella, we have to. There is another fee. I can't remember what it is. I don't know if it's the food because like we don't take food. I don't know if they charge us for something else too. So yeah, 35 is just the
Yeah.
base rate.
That adds like what, $500 to a vacation?
So we were just gone out of town, I think for 4 nights, and it was a little over $200 to board her.
Yeah. $50 a night with everything.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, I've stayed in hotels that were like $39 a night.
Yeah. Did you pay by the hour?
No. So I stayed. It was 2 nights. It was in Dothan, and Courtney was with me. Like I
Was this when you were doing insurance?
yeah, and she can't. And we weren't making a
You
lot of money.
gotta pick the cheapest one.
Yes, like you're trying. It's a business decision. You're trying to make sure that you're not losing money
Right.
traveling. Dothan, Alabama, $35 a night. I can't even remember the name of the. It was a motel,
Yeah.
not a hotel.
Right. Right.
In a sketchy part of town. I should have never. This was before Annalise, of course, but I should have never taken Courtney. It was a bad idea, but we lived.
Did you take a gun?
No, we stayed in another one that was that much with a couple friend of ours. It was just for one night because we were going on a cruise, and we drove down the day before and just spent the night. And so we were just trying to save money, so we all like crammed in this one hotel room, and it was
Cockroaches.
very very janky. But I kid you not, as soon as we pulled up, there were cops everywhere, like lights on. One was walking through the woods looking.
Oh, jeez.
They were searching for somebody freaking. And as soon as we pulled up, they knocked on our window and said, "You need to get to your room right now. We have an armed suspect that's running right now." Like
And y'all stayed?
we still stay.
I would have left. I'd have just slept in the car.
Anyway, I digress. Boarding costs have kind of gotten ridiculous.
That's crazy.
It used to be like $20.
Really?
Yeah, a night.
Yeah, we've always either just taken Rocky with us or found somebody else around here, which isn't always easy. I've done a lot more traveling like by myself with my wife and kids stay home. Most of the time Courtney does go with you, which makes it harder. So
Yeah.
if Courtney doesn't come, obviously the dog stays with her, but
Yeah, you already have a bunch of kids that you can't really take with you, so
I know that makes it very difficult.
you gotta.
Unless it's like a full-on family vacation, which we did once last year. And we left Rocky with a neighbor.
I'm dropping a video right now.
Nice. What's up, buddy? Mr. FedEx.
FedEx. Is that the guy that follows us?
I think so.
He.
Pretty sure.
So if that is the same guy that I'm thinking about, that's Jeff. We had a package that he could we were waiting on, and he couldn't get it to us or whatever.
At your house or here?
No, at Fold. I can't remember exactly what it was, but like he knew what the situation was from our videos.
Oh, yeah?
And it was something that he couldn't get delivered, or knew he couldn't get delivered at our warehouse, so he brought it here one day because he knew we were here. It was before we were even open.
Yeah.
And all this.
Well, that was
I
nice of
can't
him.
remember all the details, but it's because he followed our videos, and he was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to help you out."
Well, thank you, Mr. FedEx,
I
man. If you're
know.
listening,
I know.
I appreciate your dedication and your
and
loyalty to
fandom.
your us. Yes.
So, Brad, other than a dog, man, what's going on in your career life? What's going on, bro? Where you at? Where's your
kind of
headspace?
tough. It's YouTube's tough.
Yeah.
We won't get into too many details, but Brand's dealing with some Facebook stuff. I don't know what all he wants to talk about.
Yeah,
but-
we won't talk about it here. We'll give him that opportunity. Yeah, Brand has.
which scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Honestly, Brant has had a longer, more successful career than the two of us.
Yeah.
And if I was to go through what he's going through, I'd be selling a dog
Yeah. Right.
and a truck and a boat.
In a boat. Yeah. Yeah. A couple kids.
Right? Yeah. Hitting up the sperm bank.
Not a lot of protein.
But
there.
outside of that, I mean, obviously that part's scary. YouTube's been tough right now. Not a good time to be spending money, but
Why not?
our part of like
YOLO, baby.
yeah, we're bad about like when we want something, and we actually spent time researching, making sure the dog we wanted. There's like a ton of breeders. We got recommendations from other people in the area that have used this particular breeder. We are bad about like spontaneously spending, where we're like, oh, we should do this, and then just buy it. But we actually took the time. We didn't really have a budget, but we researched and did all that, and then went and drove 6 hours to North Alabama yesterday.
It's interesting. Where was it?
East of Huntsville.
What town? Is it Albertville? I don't know. I don't know if Albertville is east of
Let's
Huntsville.
see.
Or not. I know it's up that way somewhere.
It was in
We've got some good friends that live in Albertville up that way.
Hennigar.
Hennigar? Yeah, I don't know.
It was like we were a little nervous. Like we got off the interstate and we drove for a little bit, and I was like,
Like backwoods kind of deal.
I definitely should have been carrying today, and I left the gun at the house, and we were like passing all these homes, and Cordy was like, I'm getting nervous, and I was like, it was some rough stuff.
Sure.
And just a bunch of like rundown homes people aren't even living in, and like hoarder stuff, but then you just like popped out and you're like pretty country, and we pulled in, they had like nice cars. We're like, okay, this isn't as bad as what
normal.
we thought. So
And it's a Wadapoo?
Cavapoo.
Cavapoo.
So it's a Cavalier Charles, I don't know, I should know. Some kind of something mixed with a miniature poodle.
Sounds like royalty.
I'll show you. Well, did you see the picture?
I did briefly.
Yeah.
I didn't examine it, but I
Yeah,
did
Kelton's
see-
like obsessed.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a kid and
I thought I saved it.
got
on
a
my
new
phone.
puppy.
Nice and fluffy.
It is pretty cute. It does look like a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. You and Courtney. Well, I know you do. I'm sure, and I'm sure Courtney does. She's a female. You like nice things.
Yeah.
Like we've kind of come
We
to
do.
discover that. Like you were like, if you can, you will indulge
I'd prefer it,
and
yeah.
have the nicer opposed to just saving the money.
And I don't know why, like, neither one of us, like, grew up poor. We didn't grow up rich by any means, but both of us were middle class, but I don't know why, but we just do.
Just like nice stuff. I mean, it's all right, man. I mean, just motivation to make more money.
That's right.
Nothing wrong with that.
I know. It's tough when you have an expensive lifestyle. You, like, start making money, and then, of course, you generally start spending more money. And
Right.
It's tough. It's not what most people would say you should do with your money, but we've always been like,
Just buy
whatever.
it.
Like, if we want it, we
Just
can
get it.
afford it. Like, get it.
Yeah.
Like, it's when that like just like with my truck and the boat, like they'd probably say you shouldn't afford this or you shouldn't buy this much of expense. I'm like, well, I can afford it. Like, I make enough to cover the payments. Like, why not? I want it.
Go for it.
It's a tax write off too.
This is
The
true.
dog's not. The truck and the boat, but
You can't finagle the dog for a tax write-off?
maybe if I start putting him in some videos,
Yeah.
I'll have to ask Justin.
Yeah, you have to ask the CPA on that one. There is something that you can make it a business expense, like if you qualified as a guard dog, and anything can be a guard dog. It doesn't have to be legit.
Right.
Because
Pitbull or
because
something.
obviously, like, just having a dog at the house, and somebody knocks on the door and they bark at them, like, okay,
Right.
this is our guard dog. Alarm system.
That wouldn't be a business expense. That's just an IRS tax write off.
I can't remember, but somebody explained that to me one time, that if you
Well, as expensive as this dog was, I'll definitely ask Justin.
yeah, is there any way? But I feel like if you
I did not pull the money out of the business account though.
yeah,
So
but you could still
guess
do
you
it.
can still-
yeah.
yeah.
You just have to have the record.
yeah, I got all that.
I don't know. Obviously, I have no clue what I'm talking about. But
You should go get one though.
if you $1,000 dog,
Yeah.
I'm ready for my dog that was $150 to. She's had a great life. She has a lot of medical problems, or
Yeah.
has had a lot of medical problems, which has increased the expense because we've had multiple surgeries. She's on medications for her heart. She has a heart murmur. She eats expensive food.
Yeah.
It's like, we
I need to be
border on
careful
the-
what all I want to. So this dog came with like a 30-day of like pet insurance for free, and we had to set it up within 24 hours. So I did all that this morning. Of course, they're trying to sell you on like a full pet insurance plan.
How
which
much is pet insurance?
I didn't even know was a thing. But
I-
so
I would have, had I known all the problems we would have had with
you
our
should have
dog,
done it.
I would have done
It's actually not that expensive. So a $250 deductible is $30 a month.
it. Okay. I mean,
Yeah, so
and
it's-
especially for a dog like that's expensive. You might want to look
I know,
into it.
but she was talking about, she's like, last month we paid out $35,000 for this open heart surgery and this
the
and that.
people
and the
you got
other.
it from?
No. The insurance lady.
Oh.
Well, she was just talking about how good their coverage was versus how inexpensive it is. And I'm like, if I got a dog that needs a $30,000 surgery,
Sorry,
that
dog.
dog's yeah.
Hey, sorry, dog.
That's why I was gonna be careful on how much I said about the dogs,
Yeah.
because a lot of people love dogs, and I like
Yeah,
dogs too. But I do not. I
there's
will
a-
pay anything for my kids to have a surgery.
Right,
But a
right.
dog,
It's
good
just-
luck.
it's
I'll
just-
love you until you're gone, but
Yeah.
I'm not paying $30,000 for a surgery.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Yeah, we were broke as jokers. We had to Belle needed an intestine surgery. She got her intestines like twisted somehow. This was several years ago, and she couldn't keep any food down. And
It
so,
reminds me of something funny.
all right, as so, we took her to the vet. It was $600. We didn't have $600. So there is, I can't remember what we used, but there's a medical debt company. I can't remember the name of it or whatever. And you get a credit card, and it can work for vets and medical expenses or whatever. And we had to get one of those and finance her $600 surgery. I was this close. I was at that point. We were so broke. I was this close to being like, "Yeah, we can't afford it. We're gonna
Whatever happens,
let this
happens.
dog die."
Yeah.
Which again, like I understand people do love animals, and I do too. I don't want to I want to take care of the dog. That's your responsibility. You
Right.
chose to take care of it. You know, you got to do that. But $30,000
To some extent.
would be I would have to draw a line. If something cost $30,000 for Belle to get, like, I'd be like, Belle, you've had an amazing life.
I'm gonna go buy a truck.
Yeah, thank you for your contribution to our family, but it's time for you to go.
Yeah, I would too. Everybody's gonna think we're terrible people.
I know.
But
Well, it doesn't really matter what we've said it before. It doesn't matter what you do. We're wrong.
oh, for sure.
That's what you learn in social media. It literally does not matter what you're doing or what you say. You're wrong.
Yeah.
To half of the population.
It is what it is. Part of life now. But you're talking about intestines getting twisted up. Last night I was in a text group with Jordan, Adam, and James, and they started talking about they got the same picture that I think you sent it, or did Brant send it? The picture today about the fish.
Yeah.
That same picture was sent in this text group, which led into like all kinds of different different stories of things. And Jordan was talking about some dude that he knew got his gonads twisted up and had to like go get a surgery. They had to like cut him open and untwist his nuts.
His testicles?
Yeah.
Twisted? Like, what do you mean?
Somehow the two, they just started making jokes about things hanging and all that. But he said somehow they got wrapped around.
Each other?
Yeah.
That's possible?
I guess.
I mean, I've sat down sometimes, you ever, like, they'll shift or something,
yeah.
and you're like, ooh, that feels weird. But, like,
They actually got twisted up.
how did this person do it? Like,
He didn't go into detail. But he said he had to get his sack cut open, and they had to, like, untwist it.
I would imagine that it's pretty painful if they
I
were
would
to get
think so.
twisted. Like, you're probably in severe pain
Yeah, I would think.
until that's correct.
It's, you're doing some crazy activity.
I would like. You didn't ask like what was the dude doing?
No.
That'd be my first question. How did? Okay,
I'll text them right now.
Okay, because
and see if they respond by the end
for
of this.
two reasons. Number one, it's
conversation.
probably a good story. Number two, whatever he did, I want to make sure I don't replicate it because I don't want my nuts twisted. That's a very important question to find out.
Okay, so I'm reading to like make sure I didn't miss something.
Oh yeah.
So
Did
he told us what happened.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Well, no. Well, he just said it got twisted. I'll just read what he said. He said, "Fun fact: I had a buddy in high school get one of his nuts twisted around somehow, and they had to cut his bag open to untwist it.
His bag.
They said it can happen to anybody at any time. Think about that next time you have a little pain in your nuts." And then he said it happened while he was staying at a friend's house. So he told everybody that while he was sleeping at his friend's house, his friend put his hand in his pants and twisted him. That was the rumor they said. But I'm going to ask
High
him
school's
now,
so dirty, man.
do you know exactly how his nuts got twisted?
Yeah, we need more info on that. You can't bring up a story like that on the podcast and not have all the information, Brad.
I'm sorry.
We need answers and conclusions.
This was a late night conversation.
Yeah. So how has 2024 been for you so far? The new year.
So far, so good.
It's still January.
I know.
It's always that way. It is so weird. Why do you
January
think,
like lasts forever?
Yeah, why do you think January feels so long?
I don't know. That's a good question because, like,
Because everybody
when
kinda feels that way.
January gets here, you're like, holy crap, it's already 2024?
Yeah.
But now it's like we're only 3 weeks in.
I know. Like,
We still got a whole other week.
Why are we not done with January? I don't
I don't
understand.
know. That is a good question. Probably because like people are trying to do all these new things and they're like trying to work out more or whatever, and just different routines than they're used to, maybe, and it just like feels like life slows down because of that. I don't know.
I feel
I don't know
like
what else it could be.
I'm getting in trouble.
Jordan said no clue.
Nuh-uh. Dang.
You're in trouble by
Well,
who?
I need to send in, I guess, the W-9. Is that
She just sent that like 2 hours ago.
yeah? She texted me saying she needs it.
Oh.
What is this? Is that for the new year, for this year or something?
No, for last year from the payments we got.
I thought yeah, but I thought we already filled out a W-9. Did we not? Like, is that all they're
Maybe.
needing? Is just a W-9 filled
Yeah.
out? Oh. I'll get on it. Yeah, I would guess my thought process is like leading up to the end of the year, you've got all these holidays and all this stuff going on that kind of keeps you really, really busy.
Yeah.
And you're just going, and you're kind of looking forward to Christmas. And so like, and it's a lot of, usually for most people, I know those times are not great for everybody, but for most people, it's kind of like a fun time, hanging out, party and all that. And I think that time just kind of goes by so fast, and then it's all over. And then it's like,
That's probably right.
back to kind of trying to
Normal.
normal.
It's not that January's slow. It's just leading up to January. It's so busy.
I'm guessing.
Because even
that's my
November,
guess.
like you got Thanksgiving and all
yeah.
that, and then for a lot of people, like especially for us, like not having real jobs, like December is almost just like December. Sometimes just feels like a free for all.
Yeah, it does.
Like it's not even a month. Like you just do whatever you want.
I
You don't-
didn't do, and I'm still
half
kind
people
of.
don't work.
I'm still kind of in that conundrum. Like I haven't fished since December 23rd, which
It's
today
crazy. A month.
over a month. I've made it over a month since I've wet a line.
That's crazy.
Isn't that weird? That's probably the longest I've been since I've started YouTube not fishing.
Are you missing it?
To a degree, I mean parts of it, but not right now because the things that I know I can go do right now, I'm not like super
You're
excited
like, I don't
about.
want to go do that anymore.
And I don't want to go in the cold and miserable, and
Yeah.
I don't really care to catch
I don't
those
blame
fish.
you.
But look, I do miss summer and spring and the
Yeah,
opportunities
I'm ready for that.
that you get with that. Like I'm excited for that to come, but right now, I'm just ready to be there. I haven't deer hunted in 3 seasons, and so this is the first time in 3 seasons that I've deer hunted, and I've just been really caught up in that.
How many days have you hunted?
I have no clue.
Like how much time? You put in a lot of time.
Decent amount.
How many deer have you killed?
0.
You put in a lot of time.
I've
And you've
waited.
killed nothing.
I've wasted a lot of time in the woods.
How many deer have you seen? Like with your eyeballs,
A decent
not
amount.
just on camera.
A
but
decent amount now.
while you're sitting.
Yeah, a
I
bunch.
saw this morning you posted a reel of like a decent buck.
I wouldn't consider it decent. That was a small buck.
I mean, it was
a buck.
it wasn't a spike.
It was like a 5 point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't shoot it, which I didn't. Yeah, obviously.
So you didn't. Whatever happened, you purposely did not shoot that deer.
Correct. I was
Okay.
not intending to shoot it.
I thought you were like
Trying to
ready
shoot
to
it.
shoot anything.
No.
I thought you were on a meat.
I am
haul.
now. So like, it's complicated because a lot of people that don't deer hunt, because my family asks me these because none of them hunt. Like Courtney's family,
Yeah.
my family, nobody hunts, and they don't understand it.
Of
And-
like why you wouldn't kill
So,
it.
well,
Yeah.
number one, they don't understand when you go several times and don't see deer. They just assume that like you go and
They're
you,
always
you
there.
see deer. But I would say for the area that we hunt, and for some people that is true. Like you do go and you see like 30 deer every time you go. It just depends on the property, depends on
Right.
where you're at. Like there's a lot of factors. Most of the places that I hunt, you're very fortunate to see a deer.
Yeah.
Like, and that's for a lot of people that hunt. Like you go several times before you actually even see one. Conditions have to be right, timing, all the things. So to even see one, first of all, sometimes it's difficult. Number two, there's a lot of factors in play here. So one of the hunts, I was hunting a buddy's property that was further away. Like we were in central Alabama. We were another hour from where we were staying. I'm going to send any deer that I kill to the processor. I'm not going to process small meat. Whatever deer we were going to kill, we're going to use a processor in that area. So, for example, you got to have some foresight here. If I were to shoot a deer,
So you were lazy.
Well, no. I mean, yes, to a degree.
I'm foresighting what you're saying.
But what would happen
You didn't
is,
want to have to go back and get it.
well, I'm gonna like if I would have shot any deer up there, even in my hometown, not the extra hour away, I was gonna have to go back up there, which I'm fine with because we got family there. I got a place to stay, like
Right.
whatever. But this would be about 4 to 5 hour drive back to where we were
Middle of
hunting
nowhere, yeah.
just to get the meat. So if I was going to shoot something, I wanted it to be something really, really exciting. So I could have shot a doe, but I was like, I'm not hunting this particular hunt. It was just one day. I'm like, I'm not going to hunt today for just meat. Like if I'm going to shoot something, it needs to be a decent buck. Like
Yeah.
I need to be really excited about it. It's got to be worth it more or less for me.
And in that
to do
day,
all that.
you saw does that you
Yes,
could have shot.
Plenty. Like I saw a ton of doe. I saw a
Are you
bunch of
regretting the decision not to
no,
shoot them?
no, still no. Like even though having it, because it would just been a lot of hassle to go
Yeah.
get that meat.
How long is Alabama deer season open?
Till February 10th. So I got 2 more weeks.
That's an entire month more than Tennessee.
Our rut is really late.
Yeah.
So anyway, I saw probably on that day over 20 deer. And a lot of doe and a lot of small like young bucks, spikes, young bucks that day. So then the rest of the time I was up there, the next 2 or 3 days, I was hunting around my hometown, which in that area, which that hunt rut was going on. They had some big bucks on camera, so it was a big buck hunt. And I was like, I'm not shooting anything unless it's like a really nice buck.
Right.
So then the next few days, I'm hunting back in my hometown, which that area is more like what I'm accustomed to hunting, where you're lucky to see a deer a lot of the time. But it is the time of year that they're moving, so there is a good shot at seeing a lot of does. They had been seeing a lot of does. I saw 2 deer the rest of the time I hunted those next like 2 or 3 days. I only saw 2 deer. Dang. That one buck you saw in the video, and then another spike. That was it. So I didn't see a doe the whole time, which I would have shot a doe there for me, or a decent buck, which I didn't see either one of those. And even before I went, the day before I left to go on the trip, I hunted my property, and I'm still in the mindset before I went because I knew I was going up there, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I'll have an opportunity at a doe, and just to get some meat,
Right.
and I'll still have time when I come back to hunt down here. I did have one deer come out on my property, and I watched it for 15 minutes, and it was a buck. And if you've seen my game camera footage, I have a buck that's only got half a rack.
Yeah.
It was that one
I'd have shot it.
that came out.
Did you get a lot of comments about that? Because when I watched that video, because you don't always know, like with that deer, did he break it off somewhere? Does he have genetic issue? And at our farm in Tennessee, anytime we saw something with a weird rack, we would always shoot it to make sure if there is genetics, we don't have more one antlered deer.
It's hard to say. It could be a genetic thing. It could be he broke it off. We don't really know. If I see him again, he's got a split in his ear, so he's pretty easy to ID. If he's still around next year and I catch him on camera and he only has one side,
Done.
he'll be taken out. But we don't know. There's no way to know for sure if it's a genetic thing or whatever. He's a good looking deer, like body, and next year if he does
want
grow
to see if it gets bigger.
both sides, he'll be a nice deer. So anyway, he came out and I was like, I don't want to shoot this deer, so I watched him for 15 minutes. And the only other deer before that I've seen on my property in person was a spike. So I'm looking for a doe for me or a large buck, and
You have neither on your property.
I have not had the opportunity at that, which is wild. Like I've only seen young bucks, and
But you did have the does on the cameras, right?
yes, they're
You
out
just
there.
haven't seen them in person.
Yes, they have not come out while I'm there.
Interesting.
Just the young bucks. So anyway, there's a lot of factors to it. So it's like I explained, I've just not had the right deer at the right time come out. And I'm honestly not even that picky. I'll shoot a doe in most of my hunts. I just have not seen a doe in person.
The only ones we're shooting were when you were somewhere else that you didn't want
That
to
I
shoot a
made
doe.
that I made the decision that I wasn't
Beforehand, yeah.
correct. And it was just one day, like one day hunt that was like, okay, this is basically just a big buck hunt. That's what I'm here for.
Now y'all didn't have, like, it's been pretty cool that you couldn't have, had you shot a doe there, you couldn't have thrown some ice on it and driven back to an hour to your hometown to that processor.
I mean, probably could have done something like that, but it was that factor, like of taking it to a processor even further away. Probably could have finagled something like that, but it was also just like they were in rut, there. Like I saw deer chasing.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the young bucks were chasing.
You just wanted the big deer.
and and I knew there were big deer out there, and there was a lot of activity.
You don't want to shoot a doe early and then miss an opportunity.
Yeah, like it was one day. Yes, I do want meat, but like this particular hunt, I was like, there's a good opportunity.
Strictly big bucks.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for, which is not always the case for me, like most of the time. But I say all that now, since it's down to the wire, and I'm back on my own property.
Free for all.
Like literally on my own property, I will shoot whatever comes out. Like small buck, spike, I don't care. I'm shooting it.
One antler.
Yeah, whatever. It's getting shot now. So that because we're down to the wire, I need some meat. So look at Buddy's.
I saw that the other day when he called me.
Yeah.
Put him on.
Yeah, real quick. Hey, buddy. Hey, me and Brad are literally in the middle of a podcast right now. Recording. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Tell him he was late.
Yeah, you're late, dude.
You're supposed to be here at 2:00.
You're supposed to be here too. Yeah.
We do have another podcast scheduled with Buddy tomorrow at 2, so juggle with telling me he was late.
Well, we're looking forward to having you on tomorrow. It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, we'll do it, bro. Yeah, it'll be amazing.
We got some good bourbon and some tequila.
Yeah, we got some alcohol. We're ready to roll.
I'm about to pour a glass.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll hit you back. All right, bye. His picture is amazing. He's the only one. How does that even do that?
I don't know.
Because literally nobody else.
And it's like the colors in his name.
Yes, like how did Buddy do that? And that's so Buddy too. Like just.
I mean, I guess there's a way to do it, but I don't. So when he, if y'all may know, when he calls, it pops up his face, and he also like changed the colors of his name on there. Whereas most people just say like Brad Warren.
Yeah, I don't have
his is like all colorful with his face on it.
And it's like a really cool picture of Buddy too.
Of him like
kick
looking
back.
all badass.
Yeah, I know. Looking cool. I'm ready to have him on the podcast.
I know that's gonna be fun. I feel like I'm not gonna get a word in tomorrow.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, so we have different like genres of style. We need to make sure Buddy knows that he can be comfortable on this.
Yeah.
Like
this isn't a professional podcast.
Right. It's not professional, and it's not like the reality show either.
Right.
You know, where you kind of have to be up a little bit. Like you can totally
be whoever you want to be.
That's right. Just be you, buddy.
Be yourself.
Like we're just hanging around, chilling. It's just
we'll give him a couple shots to loosen him up.
Yeah, loosen him up a bit. I would drink, but we are still working out.
I know. I think I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, get you some. What
already worked out this morning.
What are you going for?
I broke open the tequila the other day.
Oh, whoops! I hit the mic.
Yeah, fine,
so is this what you're going? Or are you doing something different?
Trying to find one that doesn't have a bunch of dust in it. This is probably the one I drank out of the other day.
You drinking the tequila or you want the bourbon?
I'm gonna drink the tequila.
All right. Here, I'll pour it for you here.
Yeah, we need to get a
Casamigas,
like a little thing with an ice scooper.
Yeah.
Like a hotel bucket thing.
Yeah, I guess we could get some ice here.
Yeah, we got. Oh, we do. Maybe that's what that is.
Oh, boom! Nikki already had it ready for us, man.
I think we already knew that.
You want like a shot or?
Yeah, just a. I mean, I don't want a full glass.
Just like a sipper.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Just like that. And you want more?
That's perfect. If I want more, I'll pour more.
Well, tomorrow. Let's see. I think I'm working out at noon tomorrow. So
we're drinking tomorrow.
So maybe I can partake with you and Buddy.
Yes, I might try that Woodford Double Oak tomorrow. We gotta get Brandon here. He's the one I bought him for.
I know. He
don't like to drive over here unless he has to.
I get it. It's a little bit of a haul.
Yeah, I don't blame him either.
For him.
But we just posted the podcast, the first half of the podcast with me and James.
So you do have another half?
Yeah. The first one,
I was surprised.
Is starting out terrible.
Oh yeah,
is like a little over an hour, and then the second one's like 51 minutes.
I was surprised how much he talked.
Yeah.
Like I've spent time with him, and usually he's just not that much of a talker.
Yeah, no,
but it seems
he's a storyteller.
I listened to probably today, maybe the first 5 minutes of the one you posted before I came here. And
did you see it through like Apple Podcasts or something?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, because I didn't post it to YouTube till 2:00, because I was waiting on it to finally upload. But it did post a Buzzsprout earlier.
Yeah.
But he got into some interesting stuff. So if y'all haven't listened to that one, go check out the first one with James. And it's titled like about growing up in a haunted house. So
yeah, he had told me about that before, which
some
is
wild experiences.
weird. I need to listen to the podcast because I haven't heard a lot of that story. So be interested.
Crazy.
Yeah. So you gonna
yeah. What?
you gonna go hunting with me next year?
Yeah,
Next season?
I'm down.
I invited Jack to come out. Once, twice,
Yeah.
or whenever he wants to these next couple of weeks with me.
Have you seen any hogs out there? Or any sign of hogs there?
No, which I'm shocked because it's in a swamp. Like it's really swampy.
Yeah.
So I mean, I assumed we'd have hogs all over.
That's what I'd really like to do. I've killed deer, but I've never. We probably have hogs in Tennessee now, but like growing up, we didn't have a hog. Probably I never even heard of people having hogs. So I want to go kill some hogs.
There's plenty. There's a guy that I'm friends with from back home. He's got a YouTube channel. It's the Camo Preacher, and he's a big fan. He's come in the store several times. Go check out his channel, Camo Preacher. He's a cool dude. He doesn't post very consistently. He needs to get better at that. But his content,
Busy preaching.
yeah, he is a preacher. He's a pastor. So I guess he has a lot going on. But his content's really good.
Yeah.
Like he puts out a really good video.
Is it an old guy?
No, he's not too much older than me.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
I'm gonna go subscribe right
I don't know where all he hunts, but he invited me. He's like, we can go hog hunting, which I think you can hog hunt like any time of the year.
I would think so. And that's why I asked, because, like, obviously, if we go deer hunting, we got to wait till next year. But
Yeah, I think hog hunting.
is this him?
I don't think it has a. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, his stuff's actually really good. But if we want to go hog hunting, he'd be all about it.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, he's got a place evidently that they got a lot of hogs or something. You know how I didn't even know you really hog hunted with rifles and kind of similarly to the way that you deer hunt until a few years ago. I'd always pictured it because I had a buddy in high school that was like big time into it, and they used the dogs
Yeah.
and where they would get them and they would actually go up with a knife and
That's crazy.
actually stab
Some
the
Rambo
hog.
action.
Yeah, like that was my picture of hog hunting. So anytime
You're like, I don't want to do
So
that.
anytime people are like, "Hey, you want to go hunt?" I'm like, "I ain't down with that." Like, that sounds
Yeah.
like way too much. I mean,
I wouldn't want to do that.
it sounds cool, but at the same time, I'm like, dang man,
I got a new dog.
yeah, the Cavapoo. That would make a great video.
My dog got ate by a wild hog.
Yeah, your dog would get killed. Like, they wouldn't eat it, but their tusks. Is that what they're
Tusk,
called?
yeah, I
Tusks.
think so.
They like rip you to shreds.
Yeah.
And that little dog
Oh, it'd be done.
wouldn't stand a chance.
I mean, he's like this big.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be interested to, I don't like maybe be a part of it just to kind of not be the one that jumps on the dang hog
Yeah.
and stabs it, but like
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm up for that part.
be
either.
there to see kind of that process.
It'd be an interesting experience.
I mean, because it
I
sounds
want to
pretty
do
manly.
some nighttime hog hunting when they have the
The
night vision or the whatever it's called.
nods or whatever. it
Yeah, and
is.
just
Yeah, that would be sweet. That stuff's expensive.
isn't
That technology or whatever. It's like 30
like
grand.
the scope.
Yeah.
30 grand?
For some of those, for some of that night vision stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just talking to Chris. You've met Chris a few times. He's like big into guns and building guns and
yeah.
all kinds of stuff. And so I was talking to him today because I don't even have a rifle anymore. I have an AR-15, but I don't have like something I could go deer hunting with. I mean, I guess like if you're close enough, you can kill a deer with that. But,
Was it shoot 223s?
yeah. But I would like to get like an actual
Yeah.
rifle to hunt with. So I was talking to him about maybe building a 308 or something. But the night vision would be cool, but not at 30 grand.
Yeah, and you have to, a lot of that you have to get approval from, like send additional approval kind of thing.
I don't want all that.
For all that, I think it's kind of a hassle.
I want as little approval as possible.
Right. So he builds guns.
I mean, for himself, like he'll just buy the parts online, and
Is it cheaper to do it?
I
Like
think so. I think you can. Well, I mean, it depends on your parts, but I think without going crazy, I think you can get some parts that may be a little higher quality for a little less than, say, you just go buy a Ruger or Sig or whatever off the shelf.
Yeah.
Plus, if you look, for me, I don't care because I don't know enough to get anything specific. But for somebody like that and like Matt Poole, like if they want a specific trigger or this specific
Right.
thing, like, dang, then you can kind of build it exactly how you want it.
Yeah.
So
I need to upgrade. So I just have a cheapy version of a rifle that I bought like several years ago, and it's a 30-06. It's a Remington. I think it's the 3 306 or 783, I think is the model. And it's their entry level rifle basically, and it's still a nice gun, but they use a lot of cheaper components, mainly the
Right.
stock. The stock's just plastic, it's plastic stock. But I can buy like a nicer wooden stock and replace it pretty easily. I need to at least do that and make it look good.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. He might be. I might need to talk to him.
Yeah, I'm sure you could do it. I kind of want to do like a AR style. I guess it's called an AR-10 because I want like a 308 probably. So I think it would be called an AR-10 is the actual word, but I want it to look like an AR.
Your deer rifle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just so badass.
Well, you got like the big beard.
And if like so you sent me that podcast. I don't even know the name of it,
Yeah.
but the podcast you sent me the other day. Of course, we traveled to North Alabama yesterday, so I just like listened to it.
You listen to the whole
And
thing.
that one and then more.
Oh yeah.
And so they talk a lot about like preparation and
Yeah. Right.
not like super doomsday, but like
Sure.
the more they just started talking about stuff, I'm like, I need more guns.
Yeah,
Like,
oh, yeah.
I used to have more, and then we lost a lot in the fire, and like I have a couple handguns now, but
Yeah.
in the AR, but like I probably need something.
It couldn't hurt. Yeah.
So,
Like because I need to up my arsenal as well of things that I have and ammunition. Just
Yeah.
keep stocking up on it. It's expensive.
It is.
to do all that stuff.
And so the same thing with Chris, like you can find these deals online and get like bulk ammo at a really discounted price opposed to going to like a local gun store or academy or whatever.
Right.
So he like keeps track of all that. So
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have a pistol. Do you have a pistol?
yeah, I have a couple.
I don't own a pistol, which I need.
You
one
do
of
need
those.
that.
Yeah.
You need at least something for home defense.
Yeah. Well,
Unless you got a shotgun.
yeah, I do. I've got it's loaded, ready to go. It's got 3 rounds of buckshot in it.
Yeah.
I've got I haven't picked it up yet. I bought it several years ago, but I haven't had a chance to like work with it, and I just haven't picked up. My buddy that I went hunting with, he's got some type of AR that he basically kind of built for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what it is. Honestly, I just gave him the money and said, "Yeah, go for it."
Yeah.
And so I've got that. I've got 2 shotguns. I've got my deer rifle, but I don't have any pistols.
You
Or,
should get one. And then, I
Yeah.
mean, you can get a good one for inexpensive.
Yeah.
Couple $100.
yeah,
Get a nice gun.
yeah. I need to get some.
Yeah. It's good to, I mean,
Do you have your concealed carry?
yeah, and you don't even have to have it in Alabama anymore.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they passed the law, which I think it started at the beginning of 2023, which is constitutional carry, so you don't have to have a permit for concealed carry anymore.
Really?
A lot of states are doing that. Tennessee's that way. I'm sure a lot of our surrounding
Florida
states are
has
probably
to
the
be.
same. I'm sure they are.
Florida's like always
But
first
I
ones on
did
that.
get my Alabama one in 2022, which all you got to do is you go online, you put in your driver's license number, and you pay them $50, and they mail it to you.
Huh. You can carry. You can carry it.
It's
give
nothing
me some money.
crazy. And even before that, you had to have the permit to concealed carry, but you could open carry. without a
Right,
permit.
but you don't want to open carry.
No,
like that
no,
sounds
that's stupid.
Yeah, really dumb.
You're gonna be the first one to get shot. if something
Exactly.
happens.
Yes. You
So,
don't want people to know.
That's why I like having the pistol is concealed carry, especially like today's world's crazy.
Yes.
You never know. It's good to have
Yeah.
have it anywhere. But after that incident a couple years ago with that one guy at the pier and stuff,
Oh,
after that, like that second incident
Yeah.
with him, I'm like,
yeah.
just
That's been a
made me
couple
nervous.
years.
Yeah,
Has it really? No,
yeah.
that hasn't been 2 years since all that happened.
Since the initial one, it's been like a year and a half since I had the second incident with him. It's been like 2 years since the video, almost.
Dang,
It'll be 2 years this summer, I guess, because it was summertime.
man. January is super slow, but
Yeah.
time overall is
Flying.
going fast.
And I was talking to somebody, and they're like, "So how long you've been doing YouTube?" And I started thinking, I was like, "Damn, it's been almost 5 years." I'm like, "How
You
have I
started
been doing
19?
this 5 years?" Yeah,
2019? Yeah,
it doesn't seem like it's been 5 years.
that's pretty wild.
Which, of course, like the first 2 years was
Yeah,
I was still doing a real job and all that stuff.
Right.
But
yeah. When you actually started, yeah, your first year or two is definitely like
yeah.
you're
Like now when I go back to like repost videos on Facebook, so you have to like select the date or whatever, I'm like, dang, I've been posting on here for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like I've been on Facebook for 3 years.
yeah. I don't even know how long I've been posting on there.
I think you
Guess
started
I'm-
like a year before me, and Brant was a little bit before that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
How's
We're
that
getting old. That's good.
Yeah.
Taste it.
Tequila.
Got a little bit of dust in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, tomorrow we can
We'll fill up the ice.
we can wash it out a little bit.
We'll get it bougie for Buddy.
Yeah, make sure Buddy's ready to roll. That'll be good. What do you think we should discuss with Buddy?
I don't know. I was kind of thinking about it because he sent us that text and neither one of us responded.
Well,
to
yeah,
him.
I didn't have a good answer.
I didn't either.
But it would be nice to have like kind of an overarching theme with Buddy. But
I kind of want to learn more about Buddy and like his childhood and stuff.
Yeah,
because like he grew up,
and that's good. That's interesting to us.
Yeah,
I don't. You know, a lot of people.
We could do some topics.
I mean, they'll know Buddy a little bit, but
he would have some interesting takes on some topics.
Like I think there's got to be some nuggets or like. Because obviously what they did before they came here, like I think there's obviously plenty of stuff that people would be interested in hearing how they did what they did.
I just think he grew up like I think his dad was successful, and so I think he kind of grew up successful, and I'm in Southern California surfing and kind of like that.
Yeah,
I don't know, badass surfer kid.
Yeah,
I'd just be interested to hear about all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd definitely be interested to hear it.
I do think he would have some interesting takes on some topics, even like the one you sent me, just about like the manly stuff. I mean, or anything.
Yeah,
I don't know. I have to think about that.
Yeah, well, we'll come up with it.
I would ask you all, but we're gonna have this podcast before you listen to this podcast.
It's useless.
So your opinion does not matter.
Not right now. Not right now. Yeah,
it matters, but it wouldn't do us any good.
Yeah, because we could be like, "What do you want to hear from Buddy?" But yeah, we and
then we'll see that comment 2 weeks from now.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It'd be fun. I think it would just start out kind of the same way and see where it goes.
Yeah,
unless we want to plan something specific, but most of the podcasts now, like when we first started, we had like notes, and now just sit down and even with James, like I was a little bit nervous because it's like the first time doing one without you there, and you're a way better talker than I am.
No, that's not true.
And so you can always like, you're good about just like thinking quick though.
Oh.
I'm not. So I was like, I hope I don't run out of things to say, but.
Well,
once you get talking,
I was about to say, it sounds like you did fine. You
I don't think I told
like
you, but like
hours.
we were sitting here, I didn't pay attention to the time, and I knew that we had gone over because we even started to wrap it up. I was like, man, we usually go about an hour. It's like an hour, 3 minutes. I was like, we'll start wrapping it up here, and then something like he started talking about. Oh, I was like, you got your website and Facebook and Instagram. And he was like, yeah, and I got a YouTube channel too. And I'm like, yeah, but you haven't posted it. And then we just went on this random YouTube and then a bunch of other stuff from there. But I didn't pay attention to the time. And like Scott and who else is here with Scott? I don't know. I think it was Corey. Scott and Corey were here. Like I saw him clean it up and stuff. And then like the lights turned off. And I'm like, I think we really did start going. I was like, I think they're trying to go home. Yeah. We already closed and I don't know how to lock this place up.
Oh, that's funny.
I was like, so we're going to wrap it up now. We went out. They're like, yeah, we're ready to go. Do you want to set the alarm? And I was like, I don't even know how. So
dang.
I was like, we'll leave.
You shut the place down.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
They're about to kick us out of here.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad it went well. Again, I didn't see that in James as him having that much to converse about. He seems like such a quiet, kept to himself kind of guy.
Yeah, for sure. But I am interested, like, I posted on our Facebook page. I'm trying to get, we've obviously started posting a few podcasts, trying to get some reels going and start posting more and kind of get our social media going again.
Yeah.
And I posted this on our Facebook page, but if any of y'all listening, I guess you could only comment on YouTube, but if you have anybody that you want
well, they can
to
comment
have,
if they give us a 5-star review.
If you leave us,
well, it has to be 5 stars.
Yeah,
to comment
on Apple.
Yeah,
if you rate it, you can leave a review, and in that review, you could say, "But we want to know who y'all want us to have as a guest on the podcast." So if you have any ideas, let us know, but also let those people know. Like,
reach out to them.
If you want somebody specific, like another YouTuber or whatever, comment on their videos and let them know that you would like to see them on our podcast. And we do have a relationship with a lot of YouTubers, but obviously not all of them. So y'all can help us bridge the gap between some of those.
Yeah, because like if I have people that watch my videos commenting like, "Hey, you need to be on this podcast," I would probably go check it out. Yeah. And then if I listen to it and hear like, "Oh, they want me on the podcast," like I'd probably do it. You know,
right? For sure.
So yeah,
that's a cool thing about a podcast. Like we use Deer Meat for Dinner a lot, just because he's like the biggest outdoor influencer right now. It would be difficult for us to like go film with him or like do a whole video and collab and all that, but it would not be as far fetched for him to just like hop on the podcast. That's
Right.
something. It's like an hour of his time. It doesn't really take a whole lot of commitment. He doesn't have to. Right now, we've never done any over like online, so I guess there would be some travel involved potentially, or even if we traveled there. But
Yeah.
it would be way easier for him to hop on a podcast opposed to going and spending an entire day trying to film an episode or
I
something.
like the
that,
in-person better.
I do too.
I know a lot of people do patch them in or whatever, but
Yeah.
I feel like I want to stick with
These are way better. If
Yeah,
it will
in
probably
person.
limit us being able to get people on,
Yeah.
or at least as quick.
Yeah.
Because we
It's
it's
just
nice
so much
doing
better.
them here, but we certainly can travel
Yeah.
if need be. But the in person is way better.
Yeah. We need to get to the place, like I said before, where, we got the land rocking and rolling where we can offer hunting, fishing, so we at least have something to offer. A place to stay would
Yeah,
be,
that would be huge.
amazing. Like, that's already ready to roll.
Next year we'll have the private jet.
Yeah, that would be sick. But like to entice influencers, you and Nikki need to be working on all this. Like,
Yeah.
mainly I just working out a secure place to stay. Obviously, like I guess the business, as long as we can fit it in the budget, could pay for a hotel or whatever.
Yeah,
But it'd be nice to have.
we got 2 right here.
Yeah, real nice places.
$39.
If we put, yeah, going back to that.
There's cops there every night.
How much is it to stay there?
Oh,
Have you
I
ever
have
looked?
no idea.
We need to look it up. I mean, we have. If you don't know, if you've never been to our Beach Foam Outdoors location here in Gulf Shores, we have 2. I don't know.
Motels.
I don't know if anybody will get mad about it or not, but like they're terrible hotels.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and with all the development that's going on right here, like I hope they go away. And
They got to. Cause did you see the plans for the road?
I didn't
Like where the road's going to take
I
out
didn't
half
pay
of our
too
thing.
close attention.
Like,
to it.
there's no way there's room for the road to go in between those.
You think they
I mean,
bought the
maybe.
property or something?
I would think, or somebody's going to wipe it up,
Yeah.
or at least tear that down and build something nicer.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, they're terrible. We would not put a influencer
No,
in.
there's way other nicer places around here.
But yeah, you and Nikki need to work on that. But it would be cool to have like a house,
Yeah.
that we either own or have a connection with somebody that is
For
like
sure.
on the beach, like something nice, like something that would really entice people to come. And you get a place to stay. If you're wanting to create any content, we'd be happy to collaborate with you, or we can set like if you're not open to that, because we don't want to just assume that everybody's
Right.
open to having you on their channel or
Gotta
me on
spend
the
the
channel. or
entire
whatever.
week with us.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be here and do your own thing, but need the resources, we have those resources.
Absolutely.
We have property, we have a boat, whatever you need to do. We can give you information if you want to go make
For
a video
sure.
or whatever. Anyway, or connect you with a captain, all that. It would just be nice to have all that set up and get them on the podcast, potentially collaborate with them,
Yeah.
all of those things.
Yeah, that's definitely our big goal for the year. That I guess I'm kind of teaming up with Nikki to figure all those things out.
Somebody, a good recommendation that I was like, I can't believe we haven't already had him on the podcast was Tony.
I know.
I saw that. I was like,
too.
we have. I seriously had to think. I was like, I thought we already had him, and I'm like, we haven't had
Yeah,
Tony on the
I
podcast.
saw that too and thought the same thing. And then I don't really know the details on some things that we're going to be talking about. We've alluded to a lot of things in our YouTube videos, so they haven't been like overly secret.
Somebody, a fan keeps saying like that we keep dropping Easter eggs.
100%.
Well, we are, but
Yeah.
it's just funny that they're. I don't know who it is that keeps saying like, "Have y'all seen the Easter eggs?" Like,
oh yeah,
have you not
the
seen
the
that?
fan.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the comments.
Yeah, and on all the Beach Bum Outdoors videos,
Oh, really?
they keep commenting like the Easter eggs that we keep
Yeah.
dropping on that.
There's
Yeah,
definitely
honestly,
been
I
a
don't
lot
even
of those,
I don't even know where we're at.
But so when I saw that, that's what I thought about, and I was like, when we can officially talk about some
Yeah.
things, then we'll have them on.
That's right.
So there's another.
Yeah,
Easter egg.
I guess we might wait around for that.
Yeah.
I guess
And then my dad commented and said we should have Kelton on. Did you see that?
that would be
I was like,
interesting.
that yeah.
You know, we talked about having our wives on.
Yeah,
It
we
would
do
be,
need to do
it
that.
would be funny to have both the Courtneys on.
Mine is very quiet though. I don't.
Maybe, I mean, and that's okay.
We'll need to do it after she has the baby, when she could like have a night of a couple drinks. Then
Okay, get her liquored up a little bit.
then
Okay.
she'll start talking.
All right. I mean,
She's just a little shy. She meant like if her and Courtney got going on something, she would open up a little bit more. But she's just a little.
okay, seriously, if both of them have had, a little bit to drink,
We'll just sit here. We'll just sit here and listen.
Because my Courtney, if she's had a little bit of drink, like she's definitely way more vocal.
Yeah.
Because if she is just her normal self, and she's sitting here. She can talk, but it takes a while. Like
Right.
she'll be intimidated, I'm sure. Well, I mean, anybody that's
Yeah.
not used to it, it's like, it's awkward. But if we could put a little alcohol in, it'll be a very entertaining.
A little
podcast.
liquid courage.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Get the wives on here.
We'll definitely do that.
But
There were some other good ones on there too.
we're hopeful to. It's not confirmed yet, I don't think, but we're hoping Yak Pack. Hops
Yak
on
Pack,
here. We
yeah,
talked to
he's
him.
he wanted to
Nice.
come this week, but he ended up he's in New Zealand now
Oh, yeah?
with Norm.
Oh,
Norm flew him out there. I guess Norm's doing something there, and so Norm took Yak Pack and whoever else, I don't know.
dang.
But
They
he
go
comes
big, man.
back, yeah.
Yeah.
He comes back on the 29th, he said, and he's moved. He's now living a little closer to us, so he's down to be on the podcast. He wants to collab. Definitely doing some stuff with him.
I definitely want to dig into and he may have talked about this in his videos. I've seen some of his videos. Of course, I don't watch all of anybody's videos,
Right.
but he has massive thighs.
Yeah. Tree trunks.
Yeah, and that's what he calls them, the tree trunks. Because I watched his last video, which I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's put it out there, so it's not news. But why he's leaving the
Right.
Goon Squad, I would love for him to discuss some of that. But he mentioned his tree trunks in that video,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, man. I was like, because I want thighs that big.
Dude's just doing leg presses.
Like I'd be
and
curious,
squats
what does he
forever.
squat?
Yeah.
Probably 500 pounds, something stupid.
Dude, something crazy.
Yeah, or maybe more. He might squat more than that. Anyway, well, dude, hey man, it's been a good time. I'm ready
Yeah.
for tomorrow. We got Buddy. So
It's gonna be a fun one. It's
I
gonna
don't-
be high energy.
high energy. But if you don't know, Buddy is the CEO here at Beach Bum Outdoors.
CEO of BBO.
That's a nice ring. He's done some crazy stuff though.
Yeah.
In life and done some impressive things. So it'll be a great podcast.
Excited to see where it
tune into.
goes. It's unless we think of some topics, maybe all over, but
Yeah.
just like every other podcast.
Yeah, but there will be some good information.
Absolutely.
Regardless.
It'll be fun.
So, well, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. 5 stars.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I happened to look on Spotify. Have you looked on there?
I did. So I've never looked us up on Spotify, but I did that today.
I did it like 2 days ago.
and we have like
Si-
63
yeah, it was 63.
stars or whatever,
Yeah.
or ratings, or 63 people.
65
did
stars
something.
or whatever. It's kind of the same thing as the Apple.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, look at here.
I know.
We look all legit. But yeah, give us a good rating just because you want to.
Joe Rogan, come get on the podcast.
That's right. We'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Peace, guys.